Yeah,
And we are live.
we are live.
22? That sound right?
That does sound correct, sir.
All
The
right.
last video's on YouTube, or it's still private on YouTube. Just needs to be, description, all that stuff.
Cool.
But let's see here. So, music.
Yeah.
Any music stuff this week?
Played a lot of guitar, and that'll be my kind of showcase for today. What I'm gonna attempt is real-time guitar. So streaming guitar. Kind of dangerous. I hope it doesn't make some awful sound, but that's what I'm gonna attempt anyway. I'm gonna see what happens if I try to stream the sounds from the mic in real time. So
Okay, I for my production, I will teach how to create a idling truck sound from a wavetable synthesizer.
okay, that's unique.
Yeah, definitely didn't do that on purpose, but then I heard it and I go, "What the hell? How the hell did I do this?" And so I
Cool.
thought it was cool enough to,
Yeah,
let's see.
let me go first, I guess,
Yeah,
since I
yeah,
might have to pop. So
indeed,
yeah.
sire.
So let me grab a guitar. I'm also going to see. Hmm. Don't know. I know I can angle this camera down. Maybe I can try to get the actual guitar as well. Hang on.
Yep.
Mm, nope, doesn't work. It just won't zoom in on my face. Okay, well, that was worth a shot. Okay, let's pull up Logic. We got I have another mic down here, so a second mic pointed right at the instrument.
So you got two tracks record enabled.
One, only one record enabled. Does that make sense? I have one mic. Like the mic I'm speaking into isn't routing through Logic, but the other one would be.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah.
So
I thought
yeah,
you had two mics on the guitar.
no, just one.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this is kind of interesting. Let's see if we can hear this.
You might have to share.
You are correct. Yeah, because I set it to Zoom audio interface. So yeah, that makes sense. All right. So that's weird. When it yeah, that's odd. And the reason I say that because when you do input, it should transfer the sound. So that kind of surprises me. Let me try it though. Do you hear the metronome?
It was. Oh, that's not good. That
No.
wasn't good. It
All right,
what it
what
what
happened?
what I just saw happen was the audio level of that track was triggering from the metronome. It was
Yeah, that
literally.
yeah, that it always does that
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I maybe there's a way to do it with Zoom. Dang, I don't know. One thing I notice is like when I set up a project to record guitar
Mhm.
and I press record and I forget that had it set to the Zoom audio interface, it'll have this loud hum sound. And I'm like, oh, okay, and then I flip it over. So I don't know where that's from because like there's got to be a way to do it in real time,
I-
right?
In your Logic settings, are both set to Zoom audio,
Both.
input and output, or is it just output to Zoom audio?
That's a good question.
Might trip if it's not both.
How do I see oh, it's stereo out.
So let's see. Up Logic.
Yeah. Here, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
So yeah, this is, as you can see, this right here is that
So,
all. Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like this is that horrible sound, and this is what it looks like when I just if I just press record with no input whatsoever, but it's set to the Zoom audio interface, it'll just look like this. It's really
Huh.
weird.
That.
So yeah, so the input.
So, the like where you change the Zoom stuff and audio settings.
Oh, the input needs to. Okay, hold up. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So the
Wow.
input needs to be
Bam.
A280S. Yeah, good point.
Hopefully that
Huh.
works.
Yeah. If this is a horrid sound again, I'm sorry.
Eh, not as bad as that other sound.
How do I delete this? It
Right
should just
click
be
and
delete, right?
yeah, you can hit delete on your keyboard.
It's
It's
not
not
working.
what? Something's wrong. Right click and cut and edit.
Oh, delete. Oh, that worked. I don't, I don't know why that key didn't work.
Oh, you're interesting. That was an interesting message that just said that you're recording to your disk. Usually it records to the project file. Weird. Must be an M2 thing.
This is kind of difficult. All right, let's try it again. Hopefully, not a horrendous sound. Fingers crossed. Okay. So far, so good, I think. Okay, nothing is recording. Don't know why it's not recording. Why is it not recording? Okay, we got record enabled.
Maybe try snapping into the mic. See if the mic is pick up anything.
Oh, the mic gain got reset. Oh, because I cranked it down. That's why. Because it's
Ah, yeah,
making a
yeah, yeah,
horrible
yeah, yeah.
noise. All right. Okay. How did that sound on your end?
Good. The input, the gain seems low, like real low, but
Okay.
it sounds good. It sounds clean.
Man, okay, that's good. Great. Let's crank it. Yeah. Why is the delete key not working? That is so weird because I know I've done it before.
Because look at this.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Next time that happens, there's a weird message that shouldn't normally be there, but
Probably because we're output a Zoom audio device. Yeah, I think
could
that's
be.
it. Okay, cool. So that's so weird though, because the gain is set to what it was before when, remember how the last time we recorded it was almost clipping, like, and it actually clipped when I was playing? It's set to like the same thing, so that's kind of strange.
Hmm.
So that sound okay?
It's low, but
Low.
yeah, it is real low. I mean, obviously, I can hear you doubled when you talk because it's picking up through both mics. But
Well,
uh,
let me mute my mic and let me know how it sounds.
okay, yeah, okay. Very, very clean, but a little bit low. Very clean though, like soup. Yeah, yeah. If you can boost it a little bit, I can hear more breath, but much nicer. I can actually hear, guitar. Good.
Sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. We should see how that audio file looks to see if it's,
Yeah.
larger.
Let's do that. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Sounded like a Spanish cinematic piece. Spanish/cinematic.
Thanks. It's Italian, actually, I think.
Ah,
Definitely in the Spanish style, especially on guitar, though.
yeah. The wave doesn't look too bad.
Sounds pretty good. Just sitting here, clipping a little bit now.
I think if you want to just quickly uh if you want just kill the QRS, just turn it off and then A and B what just a tiny bit of diffusion with replica sounds like comparatively.
Yeah, give
I,
me 1 second. Let me put this
right.
guitar away. Okay. Oh, and the sun is going to be my eyes here in a second, but
Vitamin D. I think what's happening with the QRS, the reason why I say that, I think it's boosting the lows a little bit too much with that QRS. So I'm curious what this comparatively sounds like. Maybe even the diffusion mix a little bit lower than that, but see how the bass response isn't as
bass
present?
is much cleaner. Yeah.
It gives it time to breathe instead of like,
Wow, that sounds great. Just sitting here with like no prep whatsoever, and then like just pointing the mic at my
yeah,
guitar, basically.
yeah.
That sounds amazing. So I would actually probably maybe put the wetness up a little bit and drop the size, because like you want to replicate like a guitar room or something,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the size at like maybe 3. Let's try something like that.
Slightly brighter.
Yeah, and you don't want it to sound artificial, So like I want to drop the wetness down, maybe even more like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a little bit of shimmer.
Exactly, exactly.
That's sounding pretty damn good. I mean, I don't even need to reach for EQ, I don't think.
I think if you played with EQ, you might just go down the rabbit hole of death with this sound.
Exactly. Wow, that is great.
Little weird noise at the end for something going on. I think maybe it was the were you doing this on the guitar at the very end,
Oh,
that last chord?
just some vibrato.
Yeah, I can hear the. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that sounds pretty damn good right out of the box. Not gonna lie.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, well, sorry about the horrible noise, but we figured it out. Good call on the output. I didn't think about that.
Hell yeah. Means you can now technically use guitar for the Composer Dome if you wanted.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Composer Dome.
Wow, Logic is acting squirrely. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad crash 2 days ago. Uh, my whole computer, man, was just like lagging like crazy during a Zoom slash Twitch slash uh Logic. Like things were just like falling apart, man. And then I restarted and everything was fine. I swear sometimes like some
Yeah.
kernel gets like, oh, there's too much going on right now. I don't know. I don't know. So the what what was the production thing? What was that? Was there a thing for it, or were you going to test something?
Sorry?
The production part of it? What?
Oh, the production part was live recording. I haven't
Oh,
really.
gotcha. Just to do it, just to see if like if it
Yeah,
works.
or like for example, if um if I had a guitar idea next time, I could just play it on the stream and see if there's a way to make it work, you know. Like
Gotcha.
um yeah, or use it for Composer Dome eventually. And yeah, I just need to get the input and make sure that the output is or the input is my audio interface instead of Zoom. So that's the problem. Um
Another cool thing is, I mean, you know, bored one night and you know you're playing guitar and whatever, and you just want to flick on Bending Star Audio Twitch and just play guitar for an hour on just live stream, just play
yeah,
it. That'd be
yeah, and
cool.
you know,
I'd watch it. I'd
it's
tune
something
into
I
it.
never do is like layer guitar playing. The very few
Oh,
times
yeah.
that I've done it, I've actually really liked it. Like I'll play a lead over something. It could be really fun to just like drink beer and do that for hours on end. So like, yeah, that's totally something I could do. So.
That'd be cool, man. I think, you know, obviously it is, you know, it's an ordeal, you know, getting the stream going, getting all the crap going, all the
Yeah.
stuff, all the technical stuff. But once you're like settled and you could just sit there and noodle and randomly look at chat or whatever, that's the kind of crap that people they don't really like sitting there and watching people talk about stuff that much. But when they're actually doing the music, that's where you get people to stick around and like actually like, hey, what is this? They're playing live. This is real.
Y-
It's a
y-
real instrument, you know?
Yeah, and as we just saw, I don't think that it's too hard to get a good sound. Like,
No, you
you know,
just proved it. You
yeah,
just
just
proved it.
sitting here doing absolutely nothing. I literally just put a mic in there and stuck it at the 12th fret and then just start playing. So like, yeah,
Sounds great.
yeah.
You just got to worry about not putting like a mastering channel on anything if you do stream, because I
Mm,
believe there will be mega delay. And so,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
that's a
wouldn't
good
be,
point.
all right, should I jump into this truck sound?
Let's get it.
All right, let's see here. Let me open this guy up. Truck engine. So I was looking more into like Contact 8, making your own instruments and
Oh yeah, we were talking about Reactor and stuff a couple weeks ago, I think.
yeah, and so I figured out legally if you create your own patch with Vital, you can actually sell your patches legally as long as you created the patch. And that's a way to be able to create an instrument and then sample that instrument and then create a VST from it. So
Oh.
like, yeah, so it's pretty cool avenue. But this in general, also I have another thing. So it's kind of two things. So OTT, bringing back up OTT again. So I watched a few people use this, or two people use this in different production methods, and they're both using Logic, and both of them started with this depth all the way down to zero, and then just kind of cranked up a little bit. So when we start, the depth is 100%, everything's cranked to the max. But if you take this depth all the
Ah.
way down, it only does, you know, it only shines through a little bit towards your full, you
You
know,
you hardly ever want any setting to be at 100% on anything, right? Like so
yeah. So this might be loud. Oh yeah. Well,
I don't hear anything at all.
okay, good. Let me turn this down a little bit. I was on a different head. I was on my wireless headphones making this. All right, let me switch over to Zoom. So I found the yeah. So I'll just jump into this. Okay, so we got OTT. We have Utopia, and it's called Bad Dog Patch. Um, and so I'll just play it. Hold on. What did I do here? There it is.
Oh wow, that does sound like a truck.
It's a diesel truck, man.
Oh
Just
man, yeah. The only thing it needs is a little more bass, like a little more rumble. Yeah, listen to that.
so I was making that last night I was playing with that and I was stunned because I was playing with the settings a little bit more obviously and there's different
Oh
keys that
wow, I
or
totally hear it. Yeah, that's great.
it's just so crazy because you know you've seen the big ass trucks just do that like that.
Sure.
It's the same exact type of feel. So I found that kind of funny. So if you
Yeah.
ever need sound effects for a truck idling,
Hey,
Utopia and OTT is your answer.
take notes, folks. You
Never
ever
know
find
when you might
yourself in
need
that
that.
situation? Yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, and so I guess, you know, the last little thing for production would be so new thing of vital and you know, when you first start, this is what you see and it sounds like that.
Loud.
Uh loud and because it also has effects, but basically just this, right? So you take that and uh cut it down so it's
Little plunk. Yeah.
just a little plunk, right? And then that nasty sound. So let's put a filter on there.
Yeah. Put a low pass.
And so I was playing with this and then going into like you know, you can obviously put different effects and put another, you know, phaser on there, some delay, a compressor. And you start and I was playing more with the arpeggiator that's built in because some VSTs you can't utilize the complete control arpeggiator.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Oh
coming up was
wow, that's a good sound.
and this is 100% original. You know,
Yeah.
this is and and I was coming up with really just warm, nice sounding synths, man. Like
Oh wow.
very simply, and like this is 100% original, so it's kind of cool. And so my next full track that I want to make is I want every instrument to be crafted like this for the whole entire
Wow.
piece, so that it's 100% just across the board, nothing, you know, no other human involvement kind of dealy.
That's
Might sound
great.
worse than normal, but whatever. Like, you know, you can really fine tune. Like, you know, sometimes you hear a patch and then you're like, ugh, like there's something in it that you wish was gone. And if it was just that little bit of thing gone, kind of like untold strings when
Mm.
the higher register does a weird little flare. If it didn't have that, it'd be such a nicer instrument. And I know they added that for whatever, to be unique and to add a little bit more flavor to your palate, I suppose. But it's not the flavor that I'm looking for, right? So
Yeah.
it's like having the ability to control every aspect of the sound coming in is pretty damn fun. Uh,
I think it's a great idea. Yeah, that's really cool.
it's pretty easy too, just messing around with some knobs. Vitals free. Uh, okay, let's see here. So, shall we just jump into this?
Let's jump in.
Bending Star Audio.
Cool. Flip that coin.
Uh, yep. Flippy flippy.
Calling heads this time.
You're calling heads?
I am.
Okay. Looks like I got tails. And we shall flip. Woo! You won, dude. Oh,
Finally.
my
I feel
my
like this. I feel like this is biased towards heads for some reason.
let's flip this again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's flip it again. Let's see if it's biased. Let's see.
Does it have a? Is it Python random behind it or
This is just JavaScript. This is
a JavaScript
complete.
library?
Yeah, I think this is legit just yeah, it's just one HTML file that has some CSS and JavaScript in it. Uh, I did make a functional first person shooter game multiplayer this week. Uh, I mean, it's not great. It sucks, but it works and people can connect to it and kill each other. That's pretty cool. I used 3.js and trying to
Hmm.
figure out essentially the best way to utilize WebSocket and Express for servers and trying to get the latency down as much as possible. So like when people shoot
Hmm.
each other, it's like and so I've been using like four different AIs to try to fix each other's code and then get the best out of the best. And then so I've been doing that. All right, let's
That's cool.
jump
All right,
into it.
you're up, sir.
I am up. Let me pull this thing up here. It's
You
wonderfully
have to
bright,
you have to
amazing.
score an iconic photo.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta stop sharing and start this timer. Time 15 minutes. And we begin. Okay, so picture from
You
the.
you're not sharing, sir.
I did that last time. Okay, we have a wonderful picture of happy times, nothing but pure delight. So, this is from the Depression. Clearly, kids don't want anything to do with the camera, probably thinks it's going to steal their soul too. So, this is a terrible time. Uh, not much light or beauty known to be at the end of the tunnel in this time, right? It's really unsure time. So, I think the musical piece should probably reflect that. How? I don't know yet. But it's definitely a darker. I'm gonna actually pull that up over here so I can take a look, gander at that. Okay, so I'm gonna start with piano here. Hmm. Stuff's going slow today. Turn that arpeggiator off. So let's see. Um, might go down. Might go down. Yeah, we gotta go down. Let's try 105. 106. this. Get in here. Get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. That out of the way. And we just want this. Probably use some classic strings here for the sorrow of this picture. We are going to choose a little bit of arc. We're going to put in some bass strings. And we're going to go like this, just to layer that in there a little bit. And we need a lead. Actually, really good lead for strings that have a certain quality to them. I think I need to use Contact 7 for this. Symphonic Shadows from 8Dio has a string sample called Symphonic Shadows. And it is not in there. And it is the Long's Symphonic Strings. Kind of hard to find, but this has a certain quality to it that I think will go great with this. Let's put a little bit of reverb. Test it out. The hell is this? So that's not the right patch. Oh, bonus longs. That's what it is. Fix this. Copy that. Why it loops like that every time, I don't know. But it's okay. Okay. We need some. Let's see what we got in time. We got 5:40. Okay. We need some. Yes, yes, yes. Probably a children's choir. Some children's choir. Obviously, for choirs, I still do like a Dio, and they have a. They do have one designated for this, but I can't. Okay, right here. So something in here. Probably a. I'll try this legato. This might be terrible. Can't go down that low. Just switch that to that. Bring down the velocity. Final touch. We need a little low end. Need a little bit of boom bottom in there. Minus the synth. What the hell is going on with that? Okay. Let's see if we can jump into this and just take out. Yeah, we just want the boom. Perfect. Yeah, it's too loud. Okay. I got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let me. Wow, this is even triggering, huh? Oh wow, the whole thing was. Get in there. The hell? All right. All right. And okay, I'm gonna call it here, right here. I got 30 seconds left. Let me stop this. I gotta stop sharing for the. Oh no, it's right here. I guess I do have to stop sharing. Kill it. Alrighty, let's get
Okay,
back in here. Let's pull up
let's do it.
our.
Oh,
So our very happy lady. I should have used Meredith. Should have used Meredith. Now that I hear it.
yeah, probably just because her legato would have been a little bit smoother, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That instrument definitely needs more tweaking with the MIDI for it to legato right.
yeah, but man, really, really good though. Bravo.
Oh, all right.
Though, man, when you hit instrument two on the first take without even thinking about it, that was pretty impressive, man. Because that
Just it's D though, you know. It's
yeah, but you know, it all came together so well, and it was impressive. I bravo.
cool. Oh, thanks. Hell yeah.
I would barely change anything about it. The only thing critical that I would say is the same thing you said, which is
Yeah.
the child choir
Doesn't
instrument
sound
just
right.
didn't the legato just doesn't really work. But
And the timbre kind of doesn't match the rest of the track, to be honest. Like it's too bright. It's too much
t-
vocally kind of.
to be honest, even like a synth string, as weird as it sounds, might have been better. Like
Oh, like a Firelight or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it's I think that can you bring up the photo again?
Yep.
I mean, I think you capture. I think what your track emphasizes is like in this photo, she's kind of staring off into the distance, and you get this idea that she's worried about what's coming.
Mm,
But there's also a really subtle determination, and I think your track captures the determination side more.
right.
Yeah.
More than the sorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
right.
so yeah, and it's funny because when you listen to the track and you see the photo, it seems to bring out that element in it, you know, like it kind of brings it to the foreground, which is really cool.
Interesting.
So
Hell yeah. All right. I'm always nervous going first, you know. It's always
no,
the
dude,
the
you well,
hot seat.
you nailed that one.
All right. Well, maybe I'll save this as a depression. Then I'll look at it and I'll be
Just
like,
call
what?
it Dust Bowl,
There we go. Depression Dust
so
Bowl.
we don't have to call it depression.
Oh, okay. I look at this track in like 6 months. I'm like, really? Did I do that?
In 15 minutes, man, that's yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, like just naming a track depression is pretty depressing. Uh, all right, all right. Quick and easy, out of the doctor's office in 15 minutes.
That's what we like to see.
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's see what I can do with a raccoon, which is
Yes,
not
you have a
something I ever
different
thought I'd say.
you have a different 5 second video.
We're doing a
Uh,
180 here.
but again, like it doesn't, you know, you have full control. If you want to do a 20-second piece, but the video is only 5 seconds, that's cool too. You know what I mean? It's just whatever.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I need to start the timer before we start looking at our raccoon friend here. Get this set up though. There we go. All right. Cool. Okay, I mean raccoon on a boat. What is there to say? It is a silly and goofy video. So we're going for silly and goofy. And that's it. I like it though. I do. Cool. First thing I'm reaching for. Why can I not see inputs here? What's going on?
The top left, click that little box right underneath the. Yeah, there you go. Or it's one of those.
Sorry. Technical difficulties here. Why can
Yeah,
I
that
not?
is interesting.
I've like literally never seen that before. Like where did it go?
One of those.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Well, it's weird though because I've had videos open on that side panel many
Yeah,
times. I've
yeah.
never seen that. Sorry. All right, resuming.
Go mute.
I basically know what the video looks like, so I don't think I'll need to reference it again. It's a raccoon on a boat. So I am going to reach for hybrid keys. Yep. I think there's something goofy in here. It's kind of goofy, kind of a toy piano sort of sound I'm looking for. Actually, that's not bad. It's good. It's got way too much like attack and reverb on it, or not attack, delay. But it doesn't. Must be under FX. Okay, I don't have time to be dealing with this. Sequence. Hmm. Okay, that's cool, but that's way too much delay. I don't have time to figure out how that works. I do want to go for like a D major. So I just need to find. Perfect. That's it. So something like that. 120 is probably okay. And we just want like a short theme, and I want it to be like something like that. Okay, I actually don't want that much reverb because reverb gives gravity, and gravity is not what we're looking for here. Seems like it still has reverb on it, doesn't it?
Release.
Okay, well, again, I don't have time to deal with that, so. Getting there. Cool. All right. Again, for some reason, must be the framing of that video. Can't see the instruments. I think Playbox is in order, to be honest, as like an undercurrent. I mean, I know you can use Playbox for like, you know, kind of dark or even, you know, hip hop type stuff, but I think it's probably got some other kind of playful stuff. Let's see what I'm finding. Maybe something like that. Whoa. Something like that, maybe. That's kind of cool. There's almost something kind of like distorted in that, and it also, I guess, it changes the key when you randomize. That shouldn't do that. I disagree with that choice.
Just click the lock button.
Thank you, God. Lock. Brilliant. Love it. I'm gonna waste all my time playing the Playbox program. Well, it's starting to turn into a nightmare. I think I think I had it before, and I screwed it up. D major, locked. Okay, moving on. No, it's kind of like spacey sounding. I don't think that's quite right. It's a little bit better. That's pretty wild. I like it. Oh, that note wasn't right. Try that again. uh, kinda work. All right. Let's do roll the track 01, which I never use, but I think it's appropriate. Just gotta find the right thing here. Like all these sound like a Berlin nightclub though. Yeah, I don't think that's right. That's not the right sound. Let's just get Sequus actually. There we go. That's what we need. Gonna edit it, of course, but that's definitely what I'm looking for. Gonna playful, something like that. Yes, absolutely. Getting major Rescue Pals vibes from this one. Which to this day, that's the favorite thing I've ever written. That of my wife, like that. That's her favorite thing I've ever written. Let's see. What is out of place here though? Okay, so that's all good. Kind of like that where it misses that first beat, actually. On the shaker. Okay, good ending. This synth, this gotta go though. No, it's this one. This one. This one sort of oddly works, I think. Yeah, that one's is weird, but it kind of works. This one though is totally out of place. What should go there? Kind of running out of time too. Oh, I think that's the wrong choice. Maybe something in Farlight. Oh, perfect. Ooh, kind of like that actually. Alright, that's way too loud. It's not. That's the wrong channel. This note isn't triggering the first note, I don't think. Which is odd. Still isn't triggering. Why isn't that doesn't make sense? Why is that not working? That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. I'm running out of time too. Okay, that kind of works. Okay, I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to call it there because I got 20 seconds left. All right, that's it.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready for this masterpiece?
Yes, sir.
Let's get that raccoon up and in focus where he belongs.
Yes.
It's
It's
an
not
adventure. He's on
terrible.
it. He's on an adventure.
I do have to ask one thing.
Yeah, of
Can
course.
can you click where it says audio effects right above the mastering and add a beat breaker and turn it to instant triplets? I am so curious what this sounds like with that. It's in oh, okay. Genius way to do it. And then just click the instant triplets at the bottom. Third, yeah. I'm just curious. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was just curious.
Why does it drop? It's interesting that it drops the tone. It seems to drop it down like an octave.
It sure does. Yeah, it's because it's slowing the audio down enough to be able to hit the triplets in time. So whatever's being played is going to be shifted down pretty drastically.
I see.
At least an octave, I've noticed. But you know what this did remind me a lot of, and I watched like 3 times last night, and I was like, man,
What's that?
this is so underrated, dude. Was dude, I love actually one of my favorite things we've collaborated on is the Arctic video.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah. I like that. I
I
like that.
listened to that last night, dude, and I go, man, this is good, dude. Like the music is brilliant. The videography of that little scene is brilliant. Like that just it worked so well that I was like, man. And then the problem was I was gonna upload it, but it you know it has Odyssey Gate written all over it at the
Yeah,
best parts of the track and like
yeah.
the end crescendos and da da da. It has Odyssey Gate, right? So I was like, damn man, we should have just stayed with Odyssey Gate or something. But just random thoughts. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm
that
sure we have the original files.
we have all of it.
We could like recreate that and just put Big Star
Dude,
audio on.
that's kind of what I was gonna see is I kind of wanted to take the Green Forest and run it through a mastering tool, just the actual wave, and just run it through a master in Logic and see the difference, what it sounds like on phone
Well,
after,
the Green
because
Forest sounds terrible on phone.
so bad. It
What
is
the heck?
unbelievably bad. That's actually the piano that I was referring to. My favorite track that I would it's my top three favorite tracks you've ever written and the piano just is it's so bad on speaker cell phones that I don't know why it's so bad. It's almost like it's hitting something like it sounds like the speakers are crackling when the pianos are playing. It's so
And it's not
strange.
clipping or anything.
No, no, it's not
I
clipping. It's
assume that it's the application of Ozone, but like
ozone.
Ozone should be programmed to work on small speakers, obviously, because that's what most people are listening on. So
That's why I've since gone, you know, I used to
to
run
Logic,
everything
yeah,
through Ozone, but now I just use the mastering because I've noticed if I use that mastering tool on tracks, it sounds great on phones and cars. And that is so important to me
yeah,
in
100%.
general. I don't know the magic and the behind it, and I know, you know, we've gone through the mastering tool like crazy, and it's like you lose some soul, you add too much soul, width, and all this crap. But regardless, you throw that on their audio, and it tones everything down for car speakers and cell phone speakers. So, I was gonna upload the thing that Arctic thing, but or sorry, not the Arctic, the Green Forest, the video, and going through just a clip of the best, you know, when it when the crescendo comes in and you know everything like comes together with the strings and the mallet flux and everything like melts together beautifully. I was gonna start it right there and then you know end it, you know, 30 seconds later or something. But the sound quality when I was listening on my phone, like editing it, I was like, oh my god, this is like, what the hell are we? What is going on here? So
Well, I should just re-render it into a WAV file, and yeah, we can just start from the beginning. Yeah,
I think honestly, some of the best tracks we've made, we do that. We just
sure.
we fix them up and we re put them in. You know, I'll make you know little TikTok or YouTube shorts or something, and and the reason why I had you do or I chose this for you to compose to this week is it'd be really nice to be able to generate AI things like this,
Hmm.
compose it live, and then use that as content for Bending Star Audio on platforms.
Sure.
Instead of cutting out different things of a whole live stream, just cut out that one section of music for the thing, and then if it's good enough, we post them. We just like, oh shit, this week got this 15-second video thing. Let's put it on whatever and just throw it out there,
Hmm.
and I'll do that. I'll do all the editing because it's kind of entertaining trying to get the best cut of this the because all our stuff is a few minutes long. It's not like
Right.
30-second bites, right? So you have to pick the best part of that. And it's kind of fun trying to think of what the best part is, right? Because it's subjective. But
Right.
uh but what would catch the eye the most, for like the lighthouse one, I started on the top for like a split second, and that's the first thing you see, but then it goes straight to the lighthouse, and I labeled the video, I've had this melody stuck in my head for the last 2 years. And then, dun, 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 dun. Um, and I figured just keep doing that, like putting the zombie
That was a good one.
hospital one out
Yeah,
there,
that was a good
throwing that
one.
on there just to start throwing literally everything at the wall. Just throw it out there because it's not doing anything on YouTube.
On
So
YouTube, yeah,
might as
100%.
well. And so I got, 250 views on the Viking thing on YouTube,
Mhm.
and then I get 16,000 views on TikTok,
Mhm.
and tons of comments, 2,000 likes, whatever. And it's like comparatively, it's like these like this platform seems to
Be
be
dead.
more
Yeah.
into
Or yeah,
that
YouTube
type
seems to be
of
more, yeah.
thing, or it's able to reach the audience with the analytics better than YouTube can show that those people that the people who are searching for it are getting it in their feed, and then they're getting excited about it,
Mhm.
um, which is another thing. Now I got to make a Viking game. I've been working on it too. It's I already have a little
It's
demo going, and
it
it's
sounds
pretty
like it's up
nice.
your alley.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been prepping myself for like 2 years for this moment, or this week, and people are like, is this real, and da, 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 let me buy this, and I'm like, man, if
Oh
this if
wow.
this yeah, like people are really interested into this thing.
Cool.
So I already made a little demo video, put it out there, and perhaps Benning Star Audio can do a little bit of
Scoring. Yeah.
medieval slash Viking stuff for little shorts for the thing, or you know
Sure.
my goal is to ensure that we have all platforms that actually listen to or want to listen to the crap that we make to be valid. And
Mhm.
I don't want to just throw it on a thing and forget about it. I used to be like that. Just put it up there. At least we did it. It's done. It's gone. I kind of want to take that content that we've already made because we have a plethora of
Yeah.
good
Some of it
content.
good, yeah.
Queen's Deathbed.
Great
Like,
track. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
I was looking through some of these videos last night, and I'm just like, damn, man, we got to repopulate them into existence again and give them another shot because they're good. So
Cool. Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
work
I
on
like
that.
that idea.
So I guess I'll hold off on doing the master thing on Green Forest, and then in the future or something, maybe run it through master, or
Yeah,
I can
and
do
we
it,
we
or
can either we can make that a stream. I mean, why not?
yeah,
Like just kind of stream the process of okay, this is how we get a raw wave file and this is what we might do to it or like I can run it through WaveLab and then we can run it through the Apple mastering and compare them or something like that and
that's a
see how it
damn
works.
good idea right there.
Yeah, and we instead of like we can do that as a live stream instead of composing one weekend or something like that.
I'm down for the next one to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
100%, hundred
yeah,
percent.
we can
Just do
revisit some old tracks, yeah,
just
talk
make
about.
the whole live stream about getting content out and perfect, and or our tracks like finalized, because we used to have finalized our tracks, and then we came up with the standard after a certain point. If we had that standard prior, man, I think we'd be a little bit better off. But it's still like this mastering thing and logic does change
Yeah, like
so
it's
drastically the entire track that
yeah, and it's not going to export to our standard, like
right, right,
so
exactly. So it's an interesting thing, and yeah. So next week we can do a lot of production crap, and
yeah.
maybe a couple tests. What I'll do is I'll try to master something, and then I'll try to master it myself, and I'll have two versions, and I'll see if you can tell which one is mastered and which one that I master without any mastering plugins, and see what you hear on your headphones. And then we perhaps can, I'll send it on your, I don't know if you have Telegram on your phone, but we could send it on our phones and then listen on our phones to compare
Mhm.
the quality. It's fascinating hearing stuff on phones, man. Like
Yeah.
I've heard Hans Zimmer tracks and stuff sound horrendous on phones. So it's really interesting, the mixing techniques, and like if it's made for movie theater, if it's made for your car, if it's made for this, but
Mhm.
trying to get all of it into one under one roof is the idea.
Right. Right.
Hell yeah.
So, yep, this wasn't very good. Any thoughts though?
I mean, it reminded me of the Arctic thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
It had that vibe. It's totally sci-fi feel to it. It like even the instrument one. Also, I think when you said there's too much delay on this thing, it was actually the release.
Mm.
I'm pretty positive. And I unmuted and I said
There we go.
release. And then
There we go. Yeah, I
yeah.
think you're right. Ah.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Hell yeah. That does definitely have Rescue Pals vibes to it.
Mm.
It's like man, I mean that it was fun, man. Rescue Pals soundtrack was a challenge, you know? It was like you had to make crap music. It was forced upon us to make something silly. Well, not crap, but silly, you know?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It was released. Man, yeah, that's crazy. It's weird though, cause oh, it's Eternity, so that's up too. So it had reverb.
Ah,
There we
there it
go.
is.
That's kind of the play box, or the kind of playful sound I was going for.
So you take that same instrument and then you just a
Like
touch of
that.
reverb on there, right?
Yeah, like something like that.
Mm. Playful, playful.
Yeah, that was definitely the vibe I was going for. Actually, if I just go.
It's like remember when we were doing like button press keys things, like we were hitting like five notes in a row and then doing doo-doo-doo-doo,
Mm.
like a button to hit. That's that kind of vibe. Like that instrument would be great if you just hit like four notes in a row, random ones, doo-doo-doo, you know? Maybe three notes in a row. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's like a Wii. That's like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
playing Wii on the
yeah.
TV and
Like you
you're
you select something.
exactly.
No, that's too high.
Oh, actually, that was actually really close to the Wii, the one for real.
Oh yeah, like just
Wait a minute.
like a two note.
That
Okay.
is almost, I think that's, damn, I could
Oh,
show you,
man, that's even better actually.
but the Wii one, that high register is actually the sound from Wii, which is creepy. Yeah, that's some weird stuff. And to think you could just like sell, just make that like 1,000 different variations of that and sell it as a button audio pack.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could,
Although nowadays, man, I'm sure you could get AI to do stuff like that, right? Like if you could get AI to make you an entire track, can you say like make me the sound of a chime or something like that?
So, dude, this week, I was looking at a AI vocal generator VST, right? So you can like type in what you want it to sing and change the styles of singers and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds really good. Like it
Yeah, yeah.
sounded really good. And so then I started looking into the legal speak on the bottom of the website, and I realized that it was like, we don't know if this is going to be okay in 20 years. Use at your own will, risk type of deal. And I was like, what? I'm like, hell no, I'm never going to use this for copyright things. Or like,
Mm.
why would you spend all that time on a track that and spend money on a VST that you might not be able to utilize the fruit
So
from?
all those people that are making AI music and then posting it on TikTok and getting a ton of likes, like they could be sued years from now. Like,
Or just have their content not be copyrightable anymore.
Mhm.
This is a good thing about TikTok. When I uploaded that AI video or any AI video, it automatically has a tag that says AI generated. It
Mhm.
knows.
Yeah,
It knows if something's AI generated. I don't know the algorithm they use, but that's a
sure.
really great little thing that no other social media things have yet,
Mhm.
except TikTok, which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man. Uh, yeah. Anything else for today's Composer Dome?
No, no, we should call it.
Indeed,
But good
sire.
sesh.
Yeah, and cheers, mate.
Cheers. I'm
Yes,
done with mine.
sir. February 1st. It shall be the month of creation.
Absolutely. Well,
Yes,
let's connect this week, and just talk about how to prepare for next weekend since it's gonna be a little bit different. So like what do I need to have ready and that kind of stuff. Like so yeah, we
definitely,
can we
definitely.
can coordinate on that this week. But yeah, sounds good though. I'm definitely open for resurrecting some of those old tracks and getting them in a good state, because I think yeah, during that 2 year say period, man, we did collectively make some really good content. So
Pumped out some good stuff and just
yeah,
kept
seriously.
moving, just kept moving, kept
Yeah.
pumping
Better
them
than
out.
today, to be honest. I mean, I was dedicating a lot more time to it back then. So
Yeah, hell yeah. And we're better at mixing now, and or we know more about what sounds better. So I'm really curious what the takeaway will be from old tracks, trying to make them sound
Mhm.
as good as possible. It's like, holy shit, we had a great track the whole time.
Right.
But all right, man. Yeah, man. To the future, sir.
See you next time.
Indeed.